leaders, and welcome to Breaktime. And today we're in a workplace, and this is a elder care facility, and I'm just so thankful to be here, and they've allowed us to come in today, so it's exciting. But today's proverb is 16:18. It says this: pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. A prideful person is inevitably headed for destruction. That means along their path, they're just in paths, they're on a path of self-destruction. And at any moment, who knows what can happen? They are going to fall. That's the guarantee. That's the promise of this passage. That if we are walking along on a prideful road, if we are so consumed with self, that's a symptom of pride. If we have left God out of the picture, as a matter of fact, pride's exactly what pride does. Pride focuses on I, and it leaves God totally out of the picture. And when that happens, inevitably, there's self-destruction that's going to happen. And it comes in many, many different forms. Now, we find this attitude a lot inside of our workplaces. We may be surrounded by people who walk in a haughty spirit, who think that they are better than you, who are maybe even your superiors. And as a matter of fact, sometimes leadership is often equated with having a good self-esteem. But what the problem is when the self-esteem becomes about me instead of the self-esteem being absorbed in who God says that I am. Does that make sense? When our self-esteem is absorbed with who God is saying I am, it leaves pride out of the picture. But when we become confident, and we can become very egotistical really quick. So there is a solution. Finding ourselves inside of how God is viewing us and using our gifts, our workplace for His glory and His alone keeps pride out of the pathway and keeps us from self-destructing. I found it interesting when I was reading and studying some symptoms of pride. And I'm just going to list these off to you just to see if, as you're listening to these, if there is any symptom of pride that you may have. And it's feelings of superiority. And these can be even because of your own piety. Hello, Christians, I'm talking to us. Looking down on those who you deem less than you. So you may be in a high position of authority, and you may just think a little lowly of those who are below you. Faking relationships just to get recognition. Ouch. Constant need of approval and being needed. Now, some may think, well, that's a pretty good, is that really a symptom of pride? Absolutely, because who's it about? It's still about you. Leading with harshness, allowing your voice to be authoritative, and just having that attitude where when you demand attention, and so you use harshness to do it. Becoming easily offended. Again, that's all about you. Conversations centering around you. Becoming angry when others succeed. Controlling and manipulating the surroundings because it's all about you. Constant need to be better than any and all those around you, so you don't praise others. You keep encouragement out of your voice. It's because it's all about you. So I'm praying and hoping that none of us have these symptoms, but I'm going to assume that probably a few of us, if not all of us, have at least one of those symptoms. And you know, before we self-destruct, there's a good place to start. Start on your knees, humbly receiving your recognition in light of how God is viewing you. God bless you today, and have an awesome day walking on the road of humility.